Hey, hey, Cancer, intuitive soul coach here with your February 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Cancer, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Cancer, diving into the key themes showing up for you in the month of February, you have spiritual toolbox, detox, and hobby. I really love this combination, especially because detox was the first card out here. I feel like you truly are sticking to some goals, some resolutions, or you're getting back on track by eliminating the things that no longer serve you. This can be withdrawing from the drama of others, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's family drama. You're just taking a step back and you're not contributing to the drama. Sometimes I get comments that say, well, Melissa, you can't just cut people out of your life. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. It depends if that soul contract is over. But what we can do, Cancer, is we can release the judgments. We can release the drama by stepping out from the energy. And that's what I feel like you are doing. Releasing drama, you may be going on a cleanse, sticking to a diet routine, but what's happening is you're releasing. And I really like this because what happens when we do not release, we can store and cause trauma to be built up within the body, which can cause disease. But what's happening now, Cancer, is you're releasing and you're going through this detoxification process where you're starting to feel better about yourself in the month of February. You may have started a routine in January that you're taking it very seriously. Now, it could be that you're getting back on track and you're taking a look at the body, mind, and soul here, and you're wanting to bridge the gap of whatever disassociation or disconnections that you have had between especially the body, mind, and you're using your spiritual tools as well to help you eliminate some of the toxicity in your life, whatever that may be. It can be our own behaviors, our own patterns. It can be codependency, materialism, whatever the devil energy is at times, addictions, obsessions, fears. And what's happening is you're reclaiming your power and you're using the spiritual tools that you have available to you, including your own intuition, to help you move forward, help you possibly even gravitate towards a hobby, career, relationship. But this is about tarot and oracle cards. It could be crystals, meditation, creating a sacred space for you to go and heal, even if it's in your healer's office, a therapist's office, going to a friend's. They're showing me sound therapy for some of you and even hydrotherapy. So you may be working with crystals, crystal singing bowls, or you may be working with water to heal on a level of a spiritual level as well. So I really like this. You're able to tune in and use water as the transit. Water can actually help you transmute some of the built up energy, some of the tension that you have maybe had in the past. And I feel like you're able to release it through water. So trust your intuition to lead the way here, Cancer, because you're highly intuitive this month. And I also feel some of you may be studying more about spirituality. You may be studying more about the occult or the mysticism. You may be learning tarot or taking a class on runes, or just creating a sacred space for yourself to feel that energy of enlightenment. Okay. Some of you are actually channeling energy quite strongly this month as well. You may be channeling into hobbies, whether it's into music, into side projects. It could even be an exercise routine. You're channeling a lot of that energy outward instead of keeping it pent up in the body. This is about your creativity, music, joy, passions. This is like the Eight of Pentacles to me. It's about mastering your craft, continuing to put in the work on your self-healing, put work out there in the physical realm as well. Some of you are turning your hobbies into maybe a financial career. For others of you, this is getting back into a habit of putting yourself first, doing things that you love, doing things that excite you. So it looks to be a really powerful month, but some things are coming to an end. Now, diving into your tarot, especially the first part of February, you felt like you've missed out on opportunities in the past, but you're letting maybe your friends, your community, your family, you're allowing help from others to kind of pick you up out of a place of maybe a little bit of boredom or impatience or just feeling a little bit stuck. You're letting your friends help you, guide you, and overcome some sort of challenge that you've been in. Four of Cups can feel even lack of inspiration. You may feel a little bit pessimistic because there may have been still situations, circumstances, or energies that you felt attached to. And that's why we need to at times cut the cord, detoxify from a situation, because what it can do is drain our energy mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You're eliminating that. And in order to fully release, I feel like you are either working with, again, friends, community. You may be speaking up for yourself, reaching out to a therapist or a coach. If you felt like you were on the outside looking in, I feel like there's celebration coming in for you. This is about you surrounding yourself with a circle of kindred spirits, other people who share your vision, share your mindset on things as well, and want to see you heal even on a spiritual level. I feel like this Three of Cups, Cancer, is a spiritual group for some of you, whether it is maybe a Facebook group, or it could be someone that you are listening to. You may have joined a free webinar or a mastermind, or you may have signed up for a class that you're paying for, but it's really going to help you overcome some stuck energy that you have been in. And now once you move out of the Four of Cups, there's the Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, equal give and take, or a gift from the universe here. And actually, as I was shuffling the Intuitive Soul Oracle here for your key themes, I did see the gift card showing up, and the Six of Pentacles can be like a gift as well, Cancer, when it comes to you feeling like you're finally moving forward and feeling like the universe is giving you something back in return. And it's not about you expecting the universe to give to you. It's all about the law of attraction. What energy you put out there is what you're receiving back in return. But you may view it as a gift, but really you're the gift. You are your own gift. Stay present is what I always say. Stay present in the moment, because that in itself is the gift. I think that you're understanding that you need to cut things out of your life. You may be realizing that some people or circumstances are really getting the best of you. They're getting up in your head. You may be overworking, overanalyzing, really stressing about a situation. The Ten of Swords says you want it to end. You're ready for this ending. You want to eliminate the drama, withdraw from it. You want a healthy mind and body. Something is going round and round and round. You're telling yourself maybe even an old story, but I feel like that's coming to an end, because you have the Queen of Wands as your final two cards, especially towards the end of February. I feel like you're hitting a peak here in mid-February of, all right, I'm done. I'm done letting something go round and round. I'm taking it to the next level. There's a gift coming in here. And now you're standing in your power, Queen of Wands, and then you have the Chariot, which is you, Cancer. So the Queen of Wands is someone who is confident. She's creative, artsy. She can be an entrepreneur, or she's in an office environment, because she's the person that everyone wants to or feels attracted to, because she tends to give off a magnetized energy, Cancer. And this is you at this time. You're feeling bold, you're feeling wise, and you're very, very attractive. You're finally stepping back into your power because you've cut something out that was no longer good for you. And now that you've cut that out, boom, there's no stopping you. Forward movement, triumphant success. So for example, Let's use this in the physical sense of diet. Maybe you've cut out sugars. February, you are feeling good. You're feeling more energy, more confidence, motivation. You're feeling more in your element and more in your power because you knew it wasn't good for you. But sometimes it's easier said than done to cut something out. And you feel at times maybe like you're missing out, but you're finding alternative ways to enjoy the pleasures or sweetness so-called of missing out, and you're finding solutions to those sweet cravings, whether it's through alternative foods or through bringing more pleasure into your life, because they are showing me that orange sacral chakra here for you. So bringing more pleasure to all the things that you do. But it certainly could be more than just diet. It could be cutting out situations, limiting beliefs, patterns, repetitive thinking, behaviors. Queen of Wands, when she feels in this Four of Cups energy, she can be insecure. She can be jealous. She can be vengeful. She can let the ego overrule, and it actually drains her energy, right? Because then she gets to this place of victim, and we don't want to be that victim. And I feel like you're not playing that victim role, Cancer, but it can be a label that sometimes us humans, we do take on, but it doesn't mean that that's who we are, right? It's just a label. We tend to get fixated on something. We may lower, into that energy of woe me, or why did this happen? But you're not doing that. And I don't sense you doing that. If anything, you're using a situation that may have been challenging to empower you, Cancer. So this is bold. You're feeling magnetized. You are moving forward because you've certainly said no or cut something out that was no longer serving you. Now, Cancer, when it comes to your finances, your wealth, your abundance, you have a really interesting combination here. You do have the Buddha, which doesn't surprise me because you have that spiritual toolbox, but you also have the Clover and the Watch. So I feel that you've been waiting a long time to make your move, to cut something out, or to eliminate something from your life, right? You've been working on it. Maybe you've been working on your triggers and your limiting beliefs, and now you're finally to the point where you can cut them out. Or perhaps you've been in a toxic relationship or a job pattern that you've been waiting to get into a new opportunity, or you've been waiting to make the right move. Now's the time. It's time to profit. Divine timing. It's time to seize the moment. If you went through maybe a waiting period, temporary work, maybe you were laid off, or you were just waiting for change, I feel like February is going to be the month that something ends for you, and you actually catch a lucky break. And even though the Ten of Swords can be a difficult ending, I feel with your surrounding cards, it's a much needed ending that's going to allow more happiness in your life, because you've been spinning in circles, almost like that hamster on a wheel. This is about good fortune, change, chance. You may have an outdoorsy job. This could be about risky business regarding your finances, or a surprise that shows up unexpectedly for you. And what it does is it helps you head towards your life purpose with this Buddha energy. And you're opening your own spiritual gifts, your own spiritual toolbox here. This could be about more than just money. Some of you, and this is really interesting that this is coming up for you, Cancer, because I was actually just reading this, and some of you it may pertain to. I just read it this morning, how there was a teacher who ended up leaving her teaching job, and she went, I think, and worked at Costco. And she said that there is so much relief. Now, I'm not saying you have to leave a high paying job to go, work at McDonald's unless you want to. But I feel like some of you are realizing that money isn't all there is to it. And so in what I was reading this morning, this teacher, she felt such a weight lifted off her shoulders, where she was able to finally feel more empowered. And some of you may be saying, well, how can you feel more empowered? Because she's realizing, that teacher realized that it was more than just money for her. It was her spiritual and mental health. It wasn't just that getting a paycheck, because it was draining her. She was getting burnout. She was not in a position that felt good for her on any level, and she knew that she must take a way out. That's kind of what I'm getting here for you. Not that you're getting burnt out, but there may have been an opportunity in the past that you're just feeling a little bit either impatient, bored that something wasn't happening. But I do feel like there's changes coming in that are going to allow you more spiritual wealth. But I also see money coming in, good fortune too. So in your circumstance, you may still be doing what it is that you do, but you're hitting a new level is what I get here. So it could even be a promotion coming in, because Three of Cups can be a raise, a promotion. It could be working with new clients that enhances your financial well-being. It could be also that there's some sort of win coming back with this gift, with the Six of Pentacles. You may sell something and you get more than your fair share back, but you've put in a lot of time, energy, and effort. So it may be that your time and energy is paying off. It doesn't have to be apples for apples. It can be apples and oranges. So what I mean by that is, let's say you are buying a property and you just bought it for $50,000 and you're deciding to sell it for $50,000. Okay, just throwing out numbers. So that would be apples to apples. What I'm seeing here for you is, let's say you've bought a property for $50,000 and you've put $20,000 into it. You may be getting 70 plus thousand back in return. So it's not just finances, it's your hard work and energy. That's what I see from the Six of Pentacles, and that's what I feel with the luck here as well. But it's equal luck. You've created your own luck here. Now, some of you also may have a career path as a counselor, as maybe an advisor. You're being guided to take this path at this time. Trust that intuition. Eliminate. If things are really stressful and really toxic in a work environment, you have to really ask yourself, is it worth my mental health? Is it worth my body deteriorating? Is it worth being in this situation for a paycheck? And I absolutely understand that we need to pay the bills. But sometimes we think, well, we can't survive on that. Remember what you got paid in the very beginning. Okay, and I understand cost of living and things go up, but I tend to go back sometimes and I think of when I worked in the corporate world, how I was so excited to start at a certain number, an hourly rate. And then as it climbed and climbed and climbed instrumentally, to me, it wasn't, about the more money that came in. I mean, that was great. I was growing and evolving and being compensated for my worth. But I tend to look back and say, wow, I did just fine at that number, right? And even though it increased over time, sometimes we have that belief that we can't ever go back, or we don't want to go back. But sometimes it's about going back to that place where you feel better on a mental, physical, and emotional level. So if you are trapped in that dynamic, please let yourself know that there are other ways. Okay. Now, when it comes to matters of the heart, Cancer, you're focusing possibly on your finances and career. It says financial issues may be a factor in your love life. Okay, some of you, now this is only going to pertain to a couple of you. There could have been someone such as a boss or someone you worked with that maybe you were a little more intimate with, or someone may have tried to make a pass at you. And I feel like you maybe shut them down, and maybe they were disappointed, or they rebelled in whatever form, or maybe you liked someone at work, but they were in a relationship. Please take that as it resonates. We also have here, let go of control issues and matters of the heart, whether you feel at times controlled by your own thoughts, behaviors, or patterns, or someone else, or this is about you really allowing it to just unfold organically, naturally, instead of putting out expectations of this must be a certain timing, or I have to meet this person, or even sometimes we put a cap on what love should look like physically to us as well. This is about you thinking beyond, seeing through the eyes of the heart instead of the eyes, in a sense here. In the essence, you deserve love, Cancer. You are absolutely lovable. And I really like when this shows up. It's the arrow. And whenever you pull an arrow back for a bow and arrow, it seems like you're taking a couple steps back, right? Or it seems like you have to you actually have to pull that arrow back to gain momentum to move forward. So this is an important lesson for you, Cancer. If you feel like you're taking a couple steps back, it's really because you're projecting something forward here. It's the catalyst that's going to allow you to really create change. So don't allow yourself to feel like you're spinning in a cycle, because I feel like you have felt that way, Cancer, but something is coming to an end that has been that never-ending story. Now, messages from the Work Your Light Oracle. And for those of you who are interested in any of the decks used during your reading, you can find all of this information in the description box below. And they're giving me the name right now, Nicole. Nicole, if that is your name or a child's name or a sibling's name, it's just someone possibly even in your energy. If it's not your own, please take that as it resonates. You have here birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yes, this is what you've been doing. You've ascended, Cancer, and you no longer can be in the same energy of feeling like there's a shadow over your head, but you are protected. You can see that umbrella there. So even though sometimes you've had challenges in matters of finances or in matters of health or the heart, you've been divinely protected there. You can see that she's not even aware that there's an umbrella over her because it seems like the whole thing is a weathered storm at times. But Spirit wants you to know that you have been and will continue to be protected on your journey. We have here Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. This is about you calling in the big dogs, the ascended masters, the angels, the galactic light beings, right? This is about you really tuning into your spiritual side and asking for help. And not just asking, but you're receiving as well. So this is really, really powerful energy coming through. You can see here, there's all the ascended masters, Jesus and Buddha and Mother Mary and a bunch of other ones that I'm not sure who they are, but this is about you tuning in and feeling the love and the light and the support backing you up, Cancer. So really powerful. Now, a message from the Soul Truth card deck. It says here, am I in my head or in my heart? And this is powerful because you do have control and you do have the 10 of Swords, which sometimes can attack the mind, whether it's external influences that attack the mind or sometimes our own triggers can really get the best of us. And it says here, what is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle, and if we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Today is soul action, Cancer. Today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video, do some tapping, read an empowering book, or write out all of the reasons why you believe in yourself and in your dreams. Yes. If you haven't heard of EFT tapping, emotional freedom, tapping, you may certainly want to look into that. Some of you, it could really benefit you as well. I'm getting someone may have broken a nail, broken a fake nail, or you may have chipped a nail or something with the finger. It could be the pointer finger. I mean, it could be any, but I'm specifically seeing the pointer. So if someone just chipped a nail or went and got their nails done and something happened to one of them, please take that as it resonates. It may be you that may really be up in your head about something. Try to drop down to that heart center so you're able to meet in the middle, because remember, that's where miracles happen. All right. For your power animal, another card about the mind. So some of you may have strong air placements in your chart, Cancer, or you are right on that Gemini cusp as well. So you may have Libran, Aquarian, or Gemini in your chart. Especially take a look at your moon sign as well. It could be your moon sign or even your rising, because rising is projecting. It's how the world tends to view us at times and how we put our energy out into the world. So you may be an air sign or dealing even with an air sign. It says use your mind wisely. I really like this card because it has a pig with wings, and it's almost of that energy of, well, that'll never happen. Maybe when pigs fly, right? It reminds me of the Page of Cups in the Light Seers Tarot, where that little little pig is in the corner of the card ready to fly. So something that you kind of lost belief upon here, I feel like is happening for you. But use your mind so that this can happen for you. Remember, you create your own fortune here. You can roll the dice in your favor. You don't have to wait for, something to happen. You don't have to wait for that tower moment or wait for, something to land in your lap. You have the power to push forward and make something happen, Cancer. Use that mind wisely. Some of you may be 47. You may have a birthday on the 4th or the 7th. or even the 12th. Okay, let's take a look and see what your final card is here. And it is the never ending story. So that is like that hamster wheel going round and round. Now, Cancer, some of you may be 37 as well, or have a birthday on the 3rd or the 7th. Some of you also may have had a significant change or a shift around that age, or you will. Let's take a look and read to you the oracle message before we shut down your reading. I hope this resonates with you. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button, Cancer. This is all about self-criticism. It's about the wounded ego and unnecessary dramas. Hello, detox card. Withdraw from that drama, Cancer. There's a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story who refrains. Let's see here. Whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, and it wants to protect you and needs to be seen as a victim. And wow, we talked about this earlier as well. Love that piece of you. Love that lost piece of you, Cancer. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Yes. So sometimes also, especially when it comes to relationships, I'm just going to kind of look into the relationship part of this as well within this guidebook here. It says sometimes our heart enters into contracts with another and it can result in pain, right? Pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but it could be, but usually it's for more complex reasons, whether it's shame, fear of intimacy, low self-esteem. They can be the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable that knowledge is. Now, when it comes to prosperity, fear, envy, procrastination, greed, all of the lower energies of that Queen of Wands, right? The ego, wounded ego, whether rejection, loneliness, abandonment, those are all perceptions of victimhood. So don't let them be active in your life, Cancer. Don't compare your success with others. Don't think that their success should be yours. And don't be afraid that all the good that's coming your way is out of your lane or out of your control, because it's not. You have beautiful movement here. It's time to reclaim your power. For a lot of you, that Ten of Swords is ending the way that you think about certain things. It is about quieting that small wounded ego that tends to constantly be speaking. Again, like it says, telling you that you shouldn't go there, that you can't do this, or you can't speak up. Don't let that voice hold you prisoner or hold you hostage with that Four of Cups energy. You have so much coming in for you. And it says maybe you're afraid of all the good things that is coming your way, so you step out of your own lane, totally unaware what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. Are you back where you started, or in a situation that reminds you of the past? You must learn to love yourself through the missteps and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now, Cancer. Better yet, stop telling the story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story, and success is all but guaranteed. You can do it. Yes, you absolutely can. You have what it takes here to cut whatever this is out, to take a look at your belief system, to take a look at the old stories. Really pay attention to your self-talk. Things are changing for you. You're realizing that you have what it takes, that you are loved, and that you are on this spiritual journey, and that all of those things that have been labeled upon you by yourself or others are just based on the conditioning around you that has happened through people, through parents, through relationships. That doesn't define you, Cancer. There's some really powerful blessings. Drop into that heart space, be in that energy of gratitude and love, and you will see things shifting on a bigger level than you could have ever imagined in your world. I hope this resonates, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you so much for tuning in, Cancers. Lots of love and light.